A signpost maps it out for the cartographically challenged. Let's see. Must be the World Eater that chewed off Out-of-Date's leg. You'll need a hat trick to bring that down. The World Eaters have made their marks on our world over time. That's not the first nor the last village it'll leave in its wake. It's a bridge. Just get over it. Look, a survivor. Glad to see someone made it out alive. He's heard the stories about the terror inflicted by the World Eaters to other enclaves, but never expected one to come all the way here. He worries there won't be much left to save if this continues, even if the tree of... He doesn't know what your connection is to this place, but something tells him you've stayed... Anyway, he needs help and says it's by your actions you'll be judged, not by your...
That's
a spark of light in you!
What's there to like about light? It hurts to look at.
Not as much as it hurts to look at you.
Always make...
And you're always trying to pretend it's not.
There's Out-of-Date again. He must have missed something important. Out-of-Date says you will make a better stand against the World Eaters with the support... The Myriad tribe is likely to be a good match as they act on the understanding of... Regardless of who you choose, it won't be easy. The Myriad's conviction to stop the World Eaters began when the Leviathans rose from the depths of the surf. Siding with the Myriad's movement for wholeness in a fragmented world might seem like the logical thing to do, but is it the right thing? One thing's certain, though. Destiny arrives all the same. The Jagni tribe only ever had one conviction: to bring balance to the world by wiping out the weak. They believe a cleansing is necessary to restore the world and want to let the World Eaters bring down the Tree of Life. But siding with Jagni isn't necessarily a bad thing. Fate will find a way. Out of Date says someone needs to break the stalemate and shift the balance of power to either Jagni's or Myriad's side. He believes the tribe's Sifus, Myriad especially, will listen to you and expects you to pay at least one of them a visit and play. He can sense you share Myriad's view. Out of Date will be waiting for you beneath the Tree of Life. Regardless, you'll meet again once you've played your part in the tribe war and the situation. Another fork in the road. It's either the tunnel or the motor bridge. What'll it be? It's unusual that natural tunnels like this still exist. Most of them got flooded. Not going to happen with your key energy level. Bullets everywhere. Might not need that now, but you will later. This area was beautiful before the tribe war began. Look at it now. It's a war zone. key energy is all used up. That's the Myriad Tribe's fortress. Will they be friends or foe? You should head up there. That way you'll know. Let's see. It's a beaten path to that door. If you go there, you'd better make an entrance. Says they're wary of strangers. They're at war. Says just because you've made time to meet the Sifu... Now, the Myriad tribe act on understanding of the greater good and a code of honor. They believe uniting the tribes is the only way to restore the peace. The Sifu is convinced that defeating the World Eaters and saving the Tree of Life is the only way to make the world a better place. He welcomes you to the Myriad Fort and introduces himself, but he was hoping you'd show up. The news of a vigilante Ronin on crusade crossing the Great Wall through the crack in Bunker 101 has preceded you. The wall that separates them from the other side? The wasteland you came from? He guesses the time spent there just He's convinced you've returned for a reason, and is glad you chose. There's something about your spirit that sparks memories of you as a kidling. The Sifu says sometimes one memory can make another come to life. He hasn't thought about your Muma for ages, even though she taught him a lot. He was one of the original Wung Fu. Your Muma invented Wung Fu. Originally, it consisted of unarmed combat and the 6 weapons: the boomerang, the shuriken, the bow, the staff. The Sifu says it's time to set the past aside, at least for now. Myriad wants unity between the tribes. If you believe there's some good in everyone, there's still hope for tomorrow. You'll unite the tribes and defeat the World Eaters to save the Tree of Life. He was hoping you'd join them. You understand that there's no harm in doing good. The Sifu was waiting for something to tip the balance in their favor, and with you by their side, he's confident the Myriad were placed here to fulfill a certain purpose, chosen to unite the tribes and... Their kin have run out of options and found themselves backed into a corner. Even those who desire peace have been forced to... You need to take the struggle to the enemy, or the enemy will bring it to you. When survival is threatened, he wants you to focus. These are the new rival outposts your tribe needs to take control of. He says you'll regret not being on their side. The only way you'll learn their secrets, Wung Fu and the tribe weapon now, is if you defeat him. And that will never happen. You both have gentle minds, so they want to wage a gentle war. A war that tells you not to be afraid. Your fate cannot be taken from you. Claim the rival out. Once you've dealt with the rival's outposts, you'll challenge their Sifu to unite their tribe with yours and let your kin share land. You were all part of the same tribe once, but seeing you brings back his memories of the old village. Myriad wants unity between the tribes. Their goal is understand. He remembers your kind and unselfish soul and consent. Anyway, the memories you make with your family are strong and can sometimes come to life. He can't. Shines happy that the Myriad can count on a... Says... You're absolutely drained. Better beware, that's a mump up ahead. They were hit hard by evolution, the wonky ones especially, deformed and unfurred. You're not dead yet. You feel like you've figured it out. Time is lost on this place, but it evokes a tingling sensation. There's something special about it, drawing you closer. Let's see. As time passes, memories fade, and sometimes feelings change. It's not about who you were, it's about who you'll become. This story is far from over. Echoes of a long-lost past, like whispers in the wind. Here's someone who takes each day as it comes. He asks how you are today. Then he wants you to know that if you find your... He wonders where you've been. He hopes you've been out at the lake, practicing your swimming technique. He understands Wang Fu is hard. That's why your Muma only has 6 disciples. Doing just one thing helps you get... He thinks you should really know how to swim, but... Why not? There's no better time... He says, that wasn't too bad, was it? He says a feeling that you're going to drown is a great... But you need practice. Lots of practice. Great things usually. You just need more time in the surf. That's the only way you'll ever learn how to swim. You can... Judging by your Muma's look, it seems you forgot something. You promised you'd train with her before the sun goes down. It's time to go. You know you can't make up for lost... You should know, practice makes perfect. You have to keep working. She'll see you at the village square. She'll be waiting for you. Here's another familiar face with lots on his mind. Asks how you're feeling today. Being nice comes... He was hoping you could help him pick up some scrap for a thingamajig he's working on. It's your own future you're risking by not caring for... You should look for things that are... He wonders what usefulness you found. He can work wonders with almost anything and asks if you know how to upcycle. He You did well, but he can't help but wonder why you decided to craft a weapon. He understands, but hopes you won't be needing it anytime soon. He thinks mastering the 6 weapon styles of one. He's looking forward to seeing what you'll make next. It looks like she's starting to lose her patience. You know she doesn't like waiting for you. She wants to see you on the village square right away. Then you've got a good excuse. You share a She wants you to grow up and start thinking for yourself. You really need to find yourself before she's gone. That's all You've always followed your own path, but this time she worries about you. Sometimes you get They look determined. Better watch out. He asks you to stop right there and wonders where you think you're going. He's not scared of anything. Least there's no way. He wants to know who you think you are. You'll have She asks if you're hurt. What happened? She's there for all disciples. That's her commitment as Sifu. And when she... The most important thing... It's time to focus on your training now. You won't need it. Here's someone close to heart, doing what he does best. Seeing you always puts a smile on your Popsy's face.
Yama fore dome da hunga, sarevanyat lech dakanyo umumwaka.
He asks if you could help him too before you leave for training.
Jira vabasco.
He'll talk to her, sure, but you know she wants you to accept responsibility.
Bada undidimada bulshada.
He suggests you get going and...
Zakula ibaran udinamanga.
He says whatever...
Mustakabala nukuntunas. Waxendonia mahemale.
He can work wonders.
Why ad foodlea ikaya marafka.
The style might be too edgy for his taste, but it looks sharp on you. He knows she's already proud of you. You should take it with you, wear it to practice. He's looking forward to seeing what you'll make next. It seems... Your Muma says it's about time you got here. Hopes you're as... She says she is eager to get started. But there's enough time left for repetition and you need it. Wants you to prove that with some... Your Muma says you did well today. She's so proud of you. That's all she's ever been working on a present for you. You should go see him and find out what it is. You've deserved it. That's why... Catchy. Your Muma says she's never seen an apparatus as green as this little thing. It's wonderful. A piece of Scraptronics like this has built-in old... It's called... You should think of it as watching over you when... Your Muma... Everything ends, both good and bad. Rest, and you'll find strength for tomorrow. Nothing could stop Lupa Lupin from setting the world on fire. Your Muma urges you to blaze a trail. A burnt kidling will learn to dread fire. That's just adding fuel to the flames. Give it a last burst and you'll make it. Your Muma says this is it. The time has come. She must fight Lupa Lupin. This time there's no escape. She can hear him coming. There's... Whatever happens, you need to know she loves you. And she tells you to stay back. This is her fight. It has nothing to do with you. History has finally... She loves how brave you are, but she can't be worrying. Here it comes. The past coming to haunt the present. You must go through fire and water to make it out of here. Your Muma says you can make it if you believe in it. Where she goes, you go. Blood is thicker than water. You're in deep surf. Don't make waves. The surf goes where it wants to go. It'll take you to the shore as long as you go with the flow. Death is not to be feared by one who has lived life with a pure heart. A part of her will live on in you. The creature is hungry for more. Nothing is going to stand in its way now. If a sacrifice is made for someone else, it's not lost, but passed on to the next. Life must go on. Real sacrifice comes from love and necessity, when all other options are exhausted. The ultimate test of conscience is the willingness to give up anything to save what you truly care about. What you do for yourself dies with you. What you do for your kin remains and makes you immortal in their memory. As the moment fades and is lost, the only thing that remains is loneliness. It doesn't mean you'll forget your past. It simply means you need to move on.